Hey guys, how's everybody? I had to sing it a little bit. I don't know why. My energy is amazing today. But anyway, so welcome back to Ascending with Tiff Talks 22404 on the clock right now. In case you guys want to look that angel number up and it has some significance to you, I'm definitely going to look it up. Anyway, so welcome back to Ascending with Tiff Talks 22. Today, we are going to talk about jealousy and envy, okay? So you guys know, if you follow me on any of social media, you know that I am also a tarot reader, right? And I posted love readings today and yesterday, and this energy was just coming up a lot. Even in this morning in my channeling at the lake, it came up. And I was like, You know, I was going to make this little post, but it seemed like it needed to be something that could be referenced back. Most people don't really dig through your post, you know, unless, you know, they're kind of new to you or whatever. So I said, let's dig into this funky ass energy, because I feel like jealousy is a funky ass energy, okay? I do. That's probably why we hate to admit it when we are in this space, right? It's a painful emotion, and you know, it's just not something that most people would be proud of. So we never say, if we say, oh, I'm so jealous, or I'm jelly, like, you know, it's a joke. Like, no one is actually feeling that when they actually easily admit it. But anyway, let's start. You guys know me. We're going to start by defining what exactly it is that we're talking about. So, and of course, because you do know me, you might hear these pages shuffling just a little bit. Just, you know, roll with it. All right. But jealousy is defined as a perceived rivalship that causes unpleasant suspicion. It's an emotional reaction, to a perceived threat. Okay. So it's like, well, hold on. Envy for me, that word, when I think of, and I was reading the definition of envy, it made me think of the word covet, similar to the way we hear in the Bible, you know, covet thy neighbor's husband or whatever. Except, you know, in the Bible, it actually pertains to a person too. But envy is, I want what you have, right? So it is longing for someone else's advantages. And that could be their attributes or characteristics, their possessions, or their stature. So it's kind of, they're both similar. They are definitely interchangeable, right? You can switch them out and use them how you want, but they both are very similar. Let me give you this example. You might envy your neighbor's new Corvette, but if she takes your husband for a ride, you may get jealous, right? So you get that? Envy is like I said, I want what you have, but jealousy is like, I have something that I think you want, and you may come for it, right? So that is like feeling threatened by something or someone's presence or something they're doing, feeling threatened that they want something from you. That's jealousy. Anyway, both of these things, negative emotions. Both of these things are rooted in lack, okay? Let me say that again. Both of these emotions, whether you call it jealousy or envy, are rooted in lack. It is indicative of what it is you think you don't have. Sometimes it's what you think you need, but often it's either way, what you think you're missing, okay? And quite frankly, they are both very extremely low vibrational. They can lead to rage, fear, humiliation, etc. So just really negative energies, right? And if you guys follow me again on social media, you know I am big on the energy and the vibration that you carry and that you put out into the world, right? And I truly believe that your vibration can block your blessing, okay? It can block your blessing. It can stagnate your progress. All of these things. So if you are ruminating in a negative energy or a low vibrational energy, then the universe is going to say, oh, okay, this is what they want. And so you're going to be like, dang, why does negative stuff keep happening to me? Because that's the energy you're in. So that's the energy that you're drawing. That's the energy that you're manifesting, right? But fear not, because just like every emotion that we were given by the divine or allowed to utilize by the divine, I do believe there is purpose in it, okay? You definitely heard right. There is purpose in jealousy. Hear me out. And then we're going to address what actions that you need to take when it shows up. So, this is, I don't think it's a stretch, but it can be, yeah, you just have to have, everything, it's about perspective, okay? So, when you're feeling jealousy or envy, it is, for me, usually a call for you to look within yourself and figure out what it is that you feel like you don't have. Does that make sense? So if somebody walks by and you're like, I wish I had an ass like that. Well, first of all, are we doing that still in 2021? I know we are. So if we're doing that and we don't like something about them, there are definitely ways to go about getting it. You can work out. You could see Dr. Curves. Like, there are ways to do things, right? If it's something like a tangible item, work hard and get that item. You know, if it's something about a characteristic that they have, oh, she thinks she's the boss of everybody, or she thinks she's in charge. Maybe her leadership characteristic is something that you wish you had. So what do you need to do to get that? Work on your confidence, increase your confidence. Why does she dress so sexy all the time? Maybe you wish you could dress more sexily. So how do you do that? Work on your confidence. Work on your self-esteem. Focus on loving yourself so that you're more comfortable being in a similar energy, right? Or figure out why you have some type of sacred blockage that makes you uncomfortable with sexuality. Like, it could get so deep. So that's where your shadow work comes in, okay? Here it comes. First of all, when this thing shows up, you're going to acknowledge the feeling, right? Acknowledge the emotion. Much like when we develop a fear, when you acknowledge it, it allows you to, I cannot speak today. And this is like the third time, even in my readings today. So we're going to blame that on Mercury retrograde and keep it moving. But even if it's an emotion like fear and you're wondering how to get rid of it, like, first you have to acknowledge it, release it. And then you have to challenge the thoughts around it, right? Challenge the negative thoughts around it. So if it's like, someone wants to, this person wants to steal my job, then maybe that person was brought around you to make you uncomfortable, to force you to work harder. Or maybe they were brought around you to make you feel this feeling, to force you out of your comfort zone into a completely different job, right? So everything is about perspective. But once you've acknowledged it, once you challenge the negative thoughts around it, then you practice mindfulness. So when you feel like that is something that's showing up, when you feel like that's something that's showing up for you, then you are aware of it and you can stop it in its tracks. So you're not walking around seething, boiling, being jealous of somebody who is vibing high, carrying on, living their life, and not thinking twice about your ass. Because why? They doing them, right? So here comes your shadow work assignment, right? Yeah, there's work with everything. It doesn't have to be, but it should be, because we are like constant works in progress. Point of life is what? To grow. You can't grow if you don't acknowledge things. You can't grow if you don't resolve to fix or change things. That's the one constant in life, is change and also death, right? The two. That's two things, Tiffany. Yeah, you know what I mean. So anyway, first you're going to identify which of these emotions it is that you're feeling. But once you make this identification, your work is to determine what is driving this emotion. And it is so important because, like I said, a lot of us don't even want to admit that it's jealousy. So it's so important that you are willing to be honest with you. Okay? You don't have to tell other people, I'm so jealous of her. You don't have to tell other people that. But if you find yourself looking at somebody's page, scrolling through their stuff, and everything on their page is love and light, but you still feel a certain type of way, like, this bitch. That ain't them. That's you. So then it becomes on you to turn that inward and figure out why. Why does the fact that this person is so happy or appears to be so delightful, why does that bother me so much? Are you miserable? Then figure out why, right? Is it insecurities about the characteristics you lack? Is it anxiety? Is it low self-esteem? Lack of self-confidence? What is it? Figure it out, okay? So whatever you decide, shift your focus inward from there. But my thing, what I surmised is, when you are busy working to be your best self, there's not going to really be any room for concern about what other people have or how other people behave, right? Of course, if your jealousy is centered around a romantic relationship and your partner's behaviors or lack thereof, then there's going to be a conversation to be had there with your partner, right? But even in that regard, in that instance, your first step is going to be admitting that you feel how you feel. And if you're okay with that feeling, then don't change it. Don't do the work. But if you are consumed with envy, or you are consumed with jealousy behind a person and their possible interactions, or what you perceive to be a threat when they probably aren't even thinking about you, then that is ding, ding, ding. That's your light bulb moment. That's your opportunity. My friend used to say, this is a teachable moment. It was so annoying for me to hear him saying that. But often it was teachable moments, right? So anyway, when that little light bulb goes off and you feel that twinge or tinge, is it tinge or twinge? I don't know, girl. I don't know. Mercury retrograde. If you feel it, be willing to acknowledge it and address it and figure out what's driving it, what's at the root of it, okay? Because usually, like I said, it's lack. And when we focus on what we don't have, not only does that focus grow, but what you don't have grows, okay? So it's very true when they say whatever you send your energy towards is what magnifies. And looking at these readings, it is rampant. It's rampant. And that's pretty sad. Because from what I see, it's not like people are trying to intentionally make other people jealous. I didn't see that. I see people are moving forward and progressing in their lives. And people are jealous of that. That makes me sad for you, the person that is holding all that jealousy, okay? So if there's an insecurity that is triggered in you, ask yourself why, what you are insecure about. And stop comparing yourself to other people on top of that. But like I said, if it's around a relationship, then why are you insecure in that connection? Do you not trust your partner? Is that person your partner? Is that a connection you should be in? Like, there is shadow work to do, honey. So if you find yourself on the giving end of jealousy or envy, that's your assignment. That's what you guys got to do today. Okay? I hope this is helpful. Please, please, please like, share, subscribe so you know when I'm posting new podcast episodes. And if you know somebody who would benefit from having this information in their face, please share it on your social media. Let somebody hear it, honey. Because that green-eyed monster is ugly. And you do more damage to yourself than you do the person who is the object of that emotion from you. Right? All right, guys. I love you so much. Thank you so much for listening today. See, that was way too much to put on a single little Instagram post, right? Okay, guys. I really don't know what is going to be next. And you always know that. It just depends on what spirit drops on my heart and my lap. Okay? But stay tuned and keep subscribed. And I'm sure it'll be something helpful. All right? Love you so much. Bye.